episode where we are going to break down Final 5, which is going to be going down at Lower Trestles in 2 days' time.
I will say it's been hard because you have been a little bummed that you haven't been in it. It's something that I think suits your surfing, Lower Trestles a lot.
It is firing me up for next year to not be in the event though, and be here every day. Tom is the world champion in fantasy surf. I'm not even kidding. Obviously, I'm great friends with all these girls and surf with all of them, and we know the boys really well. So I'm gonna be brutally honest, so we're gonna break it down and be pretty blunt here, but I just do wanna say...
They all deserve to be in the top 5. They've ripped all year long.
Yes.
But we're gonna try and pick them apart pretty hard today. So for the conditions we are getting on Friday, which is...
Conditions on Friday is gonna be pretty challenging, windy in the afternoon, probably quite slow, so not that many waves, which is sort of notorious for lowers. Because the swells come from so far away. But I do think we'll have some waves. I think it's gonna be kind of fun, head high, a little overhead, and enough waves in a set when they do come.
So we're saying small waves.
Small waves for sure this year. Worse than what we've seen in the past.
So when we're looking at our surfers, we're generally going to start looking at those that do better in smaller conditions or might be better at heat tactics.
Yes.
When it comes to slower conditions. Yes. So Lakey is going to start off by talking about the most dangerous surfer at the moment.
All right, so I'm gonna say the most dangerous, starting on the women's, I would be, I think, silly to not say Caroline. On the men's, I think for sure the most kind of dangerous wild card will be Italo. He's either gonna get 2s or 10s. You're gonna see him do backflips or probably botch it, so. I
think on the girls' side, Katie is the most dangerous. And if she brings in an air game, brings in laybacks. I think with the guys, it's the same as Lakey, so Italo. If it's small, if the lefts are doing their thing, you just don't know what he's gonna do. He could do 3 airs on 1 left. So most in form at the moment on the women's side is?
I'm gonna say is Caroline. She just won a gold medal.
I guess, so that's mine as well.
Definitely the most confident of all the girls coming into it. She won the world title there last year.
And then with the guys?
I'm gonna say on the men's, the most informed probably is Griffin at the moment.
I'm gonna go with ehtan for this one. For what he hasn't been fully on all year long. El Salvador, I didn't think he looked as good, but free surfing lately on small waves, I've been like, okay, wow, you're definitely in form right now. So, and then we're going to go down to headspace. Who has the best headspace? Final 5 has way more media, way more days before, like the hype around it. So if your headspace isn't good, as you would attest to, it can throw you off, and it's only 30 minutes that you have to be able to prove yourself, and if you're not on, you're not on.
I think best headspace out of the girls is probably Katie. She's #1 in the world. She's so relaxed. She kind of has this attitude that's like, I know she wants to win, she's so competitive, but she's also like, I think she's just not too nervous about it.
I'm going to reverse that on you. I'm going to say that Katie's the one with the bullseye on her back. So Caroline she's won it last year, she's won the Olympics. I think she's pretty content right now. She's at home, she's cruising around with her boyfriend. Yeah. She's very comfortable, so I would have to say Caroline is...
She's confident.
Yeah, she's confident and her headspace is good. She's got a bunch of good people around her. But I've got to also say Pickles is staying with us right now, and her headspace is good as well. So she's been on a happy juju. The
men's, I'm gonna say Griffin again. I just feel like
Griffin's like
happy.
He's got his boys around him, he's relaxed. Now, we are going to break it down. So out of each matchup, who she thinks is going to get through on the top of the line, I'm going to go below. And we're going to break this down for you.
This is so gnarly.
There's no explanations here, it's just you start with the first.
They're all my friends. Anybody could win, okay? Okay, first seed on the women's is Molly Tati. I'm saying Molly wins that.
Molly as well. Molly has got a serious air game.
Yeah.
If she goes to it, it's a huge advantage for her. She's got...
I also think she has it, and she hasn't shown that much of it, and I've seen it a lot because we surfed together so much all year. And
she's consistent with it as well.
Yes.
Her straight air is like, I would say her make rate's pretty high.
Yes.
So she taps into it, or even her snaps, like her little throw tail snaps, like she's pretty gnarly and dangerous. So yeah. Alright, so then we go Molly versus Brisa. This is a hard one because Brisa's been in form all year. She's been ripping really hard.
And very consistent.
If it was a little bigger, I think Brisa would have given Molly a run for her money, just having that extra bit of power. But I'm the same as Lakey, I'm going to go Molly.
Alright, this is where things I think get way more interesting in these next 2 heats. Molly's going to be matching up with Caroline in this heat. I'm saying
I feel as though if Molly goes all out, she lands in air, she shows like variation in a surfing, does layback, she beats her, but you've got to be on. You can't fall on one of those things. With Caroline, you know for a fact she ain't gonna fall.
Yeah, factor, but that's totally.
But Molly's the dark horse, and you never know what she's gonna do. Okay. Molly's listening to us right now.
We love you, Molly!
Molly, we're going to be winning the contest!
Okay.
So, we're breaking it down between
Katie, Caroline.
Katie and Caroline. It's almost the same as the previous matchup, yeah? Like, Katie's got to go out of body and land everything, show variation, which is going to beat Caroline.
Yeah. Caroline is so hard to beat, and she does so well because she's obviously an incredibly amazing surfer, but her consistency and make rate is so high. Because it's a 2 out of 3 heat, I think Caroline takes it, where Katie could easily beat her in 1 heat and could beat her in 2 out of 3, but I think just going with
the
more
consistency as well.
And 2 out of 3, I think Caroline's more consistent.
We both say Caroline. So now moving into the guys. First matchup, we have Italo and Ethan. So who are you feeling?
I think Italo's going to beat Ethan in the first heat. I think he's just going to go to the air. He's going to be super fired up.
I'm going against you. I think Ethan. I think he's just too good on rail, too strong. I think the airs that Italo's going to have to do to beat Ethan, you're right, he could, but it's a big ask for Italo. We haven't seen Italo around.
Yeah, he's been missed though.
He's been missed though. So then it's either Italo or Jack, or Ethan and Jack. So who are you choosing?
I say Italo takes out Jackie boy here.
Italo as well. I'm going to go Ethan. Jack, I think he's a competitive machine. So consistent, but at the end of the day, I think smaller waves aren't going to suit him as much. Ethan's a big boy as well, but I think he's just got a little bit more flair and surfs a little bit with a bit more speed.
Then I think coming up against Griffin in number 2, I'm going to say though that Griffin takes the win here. I think he beats Italo. I think he'll click in, he'll watch enough heats.
Okay, with this one, I'm just going to say it just to be a little different. I do think Griff, I've had a weird feeling that he's going to win it, but just in this matchup, I think I'm going to go with Ethan. Griffy definitely wasn't on his game last year in that same heat, and Griffy's been on. So I think
he was bigger last year too, remember that, which is better for Ethan. Then we come up to John. So I think it'll be Griffin-John final, and I think that Griffin's going to win the world title. John, I mean, obviously is incredible. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's all these surfers are. I just think John needs a little bit more wave and power than Trestles, and I think because, more so just going back to the forecast, it's going to be small. If it was going to be big and pumping, almost like the last few years, I think that would give John much more of an advantage to win. But because it's going to be small, I just know that that's John's hardest thing. It's, you know, we all have our weaknesses as surfers. I've got that many. And John doesn't have many, but one of his weaknesses, you would say, is probably small.
So I'm the same. I think Heath Doggy, if it came to Heath,
I think Ethan's winning.
My gut says Griffin, but just to be different, I'm going with Ethan, and I do think Ethan has been ripping his brains out. He surfs smart heats. He's good when it's slow.
He's good when it's
slow. He picks the 2 best waves. He will put anchor up there and make sure he's on those 2 best waves. So there you have it. We both chose Caroline. I chose Ethan. She chose Griff.
Yeah.
But we want to know in the comments. So write in the comments section below who you think is going to win the contest out of both the girls and the guys, and if there's going to be any upsets.
They all smoked me this year, so if it says anything. Yeah, and we got Molly staying with us.
Molly!
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 Molly! Who's going to win the contest?
Guys.
Me.
And then who's winning the guys?
Voice has stage fright. I'm feeling good. Just the voice is gone. So.
Manuka honey though. He's going to fix it.
Yeah, Lakey's got my back. What we got here?
I don't want to show you.
Oh, thanks.
Just.
She better know.
Hey, she did come home yesterday and said, man, my boards feel that good. So DH, well done. You've obviously shaped some magic sledge.
I mean, you probably just heard the best breakdown that you possibly can hear, but I was actually thinking of it out there, and it's really hard. Like, I think the fact that I can't pick one is like really exciting for the day. Ethan or Griff?
Wow, okay, it's the same as what we predicted.
At the end of the day, Griff's going to have 8 and above every heat, but I think Ethan has an X factor that Griffin potentially hasn't yet zapped into. Yeah, personally this year I feel way different, like I don't need it, you know.
Yeah, that's good.
But I'm excited for it. Drop it, let's go and win.